Good morning, it's the TMI Queen. So I realized I did not post a video yesterday. I got pulled into what I call the time suck of YouTube. Between watching YouTube videos when I got home from work, and then I watched a live stream that went pretty late at night, and I realized I had not really recorded any content at all the whole day. At that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything else. Maybe I'll do a twofer today. I don't know. It depends on how busy I am. But I just was not feeling anything. I did go to bed at a somewhat reasonable hour and woke up at 10:30 this morning. So that's about 10 and a half hours of sleep. And I feel pretty good today. I got on the scale and I am at 185. So I'm feeling really good about that. How it's gonna look after the grandkids are here. I usually jump up at least 1.5 pounds or so. Lately, they've been wanting me to cook at home more, which, I mean, I will, but half the fun is being able to take them out to restaurants, because that's my only chance I really get to go out with somebody to a restaurant. So we'll see how that goes today. I gotta get up and get around and get going because I am dragging, y'all. Maybe I'll do a get ready with me. How would you like that? The most important part about getting ready with me is the coffee. This coffee, I'll show you a picture of it again. Gloria Jean's Raspberry Chocolate Lava Coffee. Oh my gosh, you guys. You have not lived until you drink this. It tastes so good. Since I know I've got the grandkids today and we're probably gonna go out to eat, or probably not gonna eat the best, I'm sticking with my intermittent fasting as much as possible, and I'm having my coffee for breakfast. I'm not feeling super hungry this morning, but like, to be fair, right before I fell asleep last night, I had this craving, again, for something sweet. And my stomach was kind of hurting a little bit too. Like, I had like this weird little pain, and it's that pain I get when my gut bacteria is not balanced properly. Well, I just had a little cup, you know, with like a couple tablespoons of Greek yogurt. Within an hour, my stomach felt so much better. And I felt satisfied because, you know, Greek yogurt is a bit higher in protein, so it actually satisfies you. And it was vanilla flavored Greek yogurt, so it satisfied the sweet tooth portion of it. So I wanted to take it a little easier on eating today. I want to try to eat well. I don't know if I will. Every day is, I don't know if I'm going to eat well by the end of the day, because, you know, I feel like I'm going to do really well. I have this big idea of what I'm going to do, and then, you know, extreme hunger hits and I can't always handle it. Sometimes I can get through it, but other times I'm ready to chew my arm off. Like right now, I can't stop thinking about buying Oreo cookies for the grandkids and I. That may subside, it may not. It may get to the point where if I can't stop thinking about it, I'm probably gonna go buy it and probably gonna eat some. And hopefully we'll be able to have some kind of self-control and not eat an entire package. Okay, so realize that none of these products are sponsored in any way, shape, or form. This is just what I use because I like them. I don't get paid or get any kind of kickback for this, so I'm just telling you what I love using. One of the first things that I use is this right here. It's called a Turbie Twist, and if you've never heard of one, you are missing out. And Turbie Twist is essentially just like a small, almost like a hand towel sized towel that you put over the top of your head and twist it up in the front. And then there's a little, I don't know if you can see, a little elastic band in the back that you tuck it into. And it stays secure on your head. You don't have to keep readjusting every couple minutes, every time you move. You could walk around, you could run a marathon in one of these things and it won't come off. I love it. Not only because it works really good at drying your hair, but also because it keeps my hair out of my face while I'm trying to get ready. Because I have to do a lot of facial care type things, it is perfect. perfect. The first thing I start off with is a clean face. And the products that I use are, and what I actually use today, I have 3 different facial cleansers up here. The first one is Biore Charcoal Facial Cleanser. It's really good for oily skin. My face was super oily today, so I thought this one was the most appropriate one to use today. On the milder days, Fresh Foaming Cleanser from Neutrogena. It's really gentle, but it also really gets the oil off, but not quite to the extent that the Biore does. When my face is really, I don't know, like needs a good exfoliation, I really like the Olay Regenerist Detoxifying Pore Scrub. Not super rough on your skin, I guess you could say, but it gets the job done. Some of you may or may not know that I suffer from cystic acne. You may be thinking, doesn't look that bad. But you see some of these little lumpy bumpies all over here? That is acne scarring. And there's a reason why my face is so clear now. I mean, some of it is hormonal, don't get me wrong. I'm sure as I'm heading on the downswing of my reversed puberty, it's not going to be as bad anymore, but it still gets pretty bad sometimes. But it's not as bad since I've been doing this little skincare routine. This may not work for you, or it may, I don't know. But as a kid growing up, as soon as I hit puberty, my mom had to take me to a dermatologist because my skin was terrible. Every square inch of my face, my chest, my neck, my back, to even some of the lower areas, if I can be so bold as to say, but covered in whiteheads, blackheads, and cystic acne. And cystic acne probably was the worst out of all of them because the other ones I could easily treat. But the cysts get so far into your skin that they get big and they hurt and they don't pop. They don't open up. It just sits underneath the surface of your skin and hurts like hell. Some of these little lumpy bumpies that you see here are actually cysts, not scars. I don't know if it's because I've gotten used to the feeling or if they actually just don't hurt, but these don't particularly hurt. But we gotta keep them under control, so this is my skincare routine. All right, the first part of my routine is eye drops. These are gel eye drops. I have severely dry eyes, and it's just been something that's come up in the last couple of years, actually since I had started on blood pressure medication. Even after I stopped blood pressure medication, it never fully went back to the way it used to be. All right, while those eye drops are working, my dog is barking at Bruiser. My dog is barking at nobody and nothing again. Maybe I have ghosts, I don't know. It looks like my eyes are relatively clean, right? Well, I use a lot of waterproof makeup because of my super oily skin. And my eyelids especially get really oily. And you can't really put a lot of oil-free treatments on your eyes because you just can't. They're not equipped for that. Even though they look somewhat clean, even though I washed them with soapy water, I've got oil-free eye makeup remover. Oil-free because the oil causes my eyes to get styes in them, which are like super painful. It's like having an eye zit. But this stuff takes all that waterproof makeup right off. All right, so we got some on a cotton pad, and we're just gonna wipe it over my eyes, my eyebrows. That's after I used soapy water. All right, the next thing I use is Neutrogena's alcohol-free toner. This stuff is really gentle on your face. Like, I sometimes would get the toner that has the, now I'm gonna probably slaughter the name of this because I don't know how to properly pronounce it, but I think it's called salicylic acid. And it's really good for people that have pimples, but unfortunately for me, I get terrible rashes from that stuff. So I have to use something that's kind of gentle, but also like a toner. So This doesn't really strip your skin as badly. It's a little bit gentler. I really like it. Another one that would probably work just as well, and I have used it in the past, is witch hazel. Now I have exfoliating cotton pads. There's a rough side and a smooth side. I really like them because if my face needs a little extra exfoliation, these are really good. Sometimes I'll go over it with the exfoliating side just to get any extra dead skin off. Because here's the thing with people with cystic acne. It's usually because your face isn't exfoliating fast enough, but it's producing oil too fast. And that combination clogs your pores real quick. But I mean, look at that. Like, ugh. I don't know if you can see, but it's like really brown. Here is my secret trick. And it's actually something that I read about in some acne forums. And here's the thing, when I was a kid, I was on tetracycline, which is like an antibiotic pill, was taking that, was using benzoyl peroxide, like the highest amount that you could possibly use, which felt amazing on my skin. And by amazing, it felt like my face was on fire. Plus retin-A, which is like a chemical skin peel, which again, felt super amazing. I still use something like that now. It's called Differin, but unfortunately it like blisters my skin. So it's something that I use very sparingly and only if I have a really bad cyst that just won't go away with anything else. But the thing that I read about the most, people were talking about washing their face with oil. And I tried some of the oils that they talked about and it just made my face greasier. But the one that really worked for me, tea tree oil. Pure tea tree oil. This stuff is not, it's not like viscous like and greasy like an oil you would think would be. This is like watery. It evaporates very quickly. So it leaves a nice cooling feeling on your skin and it does not leave a greasy residue, which is really nice. What was nice about this is that I noticed my cysts start to disappear within hours of using it, like the smaller ones anyways. And I use it every day as like a preventative because it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, and antifungal. So anything that's getting in your pores, it's taken care of. Also, the oil control from using these things, oh my gosh. People used to turn the air conditioning up wherever I was because they thought I was sweating, because unfortunately the oil that I produce is mostly on my forehead and I always look like I was sweating. And it didn't matter how many times a day I dabbed my forehead, it still looked like I was sweating. Now the key to using this, and sorry for my really filthy sink here, is to just slightly wet down a cotton pad, squeeze it out because you don't want it to be too wet. And then you're going to take the oil, look at that, one-handed. I really should just get like some kind of a demonstrating stand here and just put a couple drops of tea tree oil on the cotton pad. And you have to put the water on there, otherwise it just soaks right into the cotton and disappears. We just rub it on. So I'm just really careful not to put it on this part of my eye or my upper lids or anything like that. Or if your face is dry in any parts, I wouldn't use it there either because it does dry your skin out like almost immediately. So this next step is back from my teenage acne days, and it works really, really well for me. And that is benzoyl peroxide. And I like the Persa gel from Clean and Clear because it's really light and it really gets in your pores and then evaporates. They have other ones that have like a creamy base to it, and for whatever reason, it gets gritty feeling almost, and also leaves like a residue on my face. And I want this stuff to just seep into my pores and then disappear. So this stuff I really, really like. So you don't have to use a ton, but I do because my face is the way it is. but I just dot a little bit on all the affected areas, which is pretty much my entire face. The only place I really don't put it is like my upper lip, unless I'm having issues, because my upper lip stays mostly dry. But my chin, my cheeks, my temples, my forehead, and my nose get it the worst. So I concentrate it there the most. I mean, I did put a little up here because I've been having some issues with pimples like right there. But yeah, but see, it dries like right away and it's nice and smooth. And because I am a grandma and I am 45 years old, under eye cream. This one is a deep wrinkle filler. You can kind of see when I smile where the wrinkles are here and under here, but they're even deeper when I don't use this on a regular basis. So I really like this stuff because it's super gentle. Again, I've tried a few different kinds that worked well, but either caused me to have styes in my eye, or I was allergic to the ingredients and caused me to get a rash under my eye, or caused the skin to peel off of my lower lids. So I definitely don't use it there. But this stuff, I don't seem to have any reaction to, so that's what I use. Again, I don't need like a ton. Just dot some under my eye, wipe the excess off on a towel here. And, ooh, I got a cute little eye booger there. That's sexy. But yeah, just gently apply it underneath my eye. And in the little corners right there. And eventually it kind of smooths out a little bit. I mean, keeping wrinkled skin moisturized helps it. My doctor told me when I was a kid, he's like, you're gonna be thankful for these pimples when you're older. And I'm like, how? How am I gonna be grateful for that? And he said, because your skin's gonna look younger than all of your friends. And I have to say, he's 100% right about that, because I see people that I graduated from school with and their skin isn't half as young looking as mine. It just isn't. And I attribute it to all the moisture on my skin. Like, a lot of my friends have the deep, deep wrinkles on their forehead. I just have just tiny little lines right here. And I could probably get rid of that if I like did a microdermabrasion or something like that. I really don't think it's that bad. All right, here's the new sweater that I got. It's a little wrinkly because, I don't know, I can't get it to smooth out. I mean, it's wrinkly up here because of the way my arms are being held, but yeah. It's a cute sweater, and it's a size large, not extra large, large. I'm super excited about that. You know, I always forget I have this stand so I can kind of like show off a little. So this is one of my new sweaters, and I'm wearing it with my leggings. Yeah, I think it's really cute. I'm still not sure about this weird little pleat in the back, but I'm not seeing it, so I don't really care. The shirt's a little more see-through than I would like. Definitely not something you would wear with a black bra, but the white one I don't know is much better. Probably one of those nude bra kind of outfits, but this is also sort of my t-shirt style bra, so it's a little bit, it fits differently than your standard bra. And it like sticks a little more because it's t-shirt material, so I don't know. Generally, I like the length. I like it comes, you know, below my belly, which I like. Got nice long arms, which I like, because I have super long arms. It kind of shows off a little bit of my collarbones. But like I said, size large, you guys. Size large, and it is baggy. Like, I don't want to say it's like, you know, whatever, but it's baggy a little bit. Like, it fits the way it's supposed to. That's what I was looking for.